Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about picking a Sawgrass ink to go in your Sawgrass printer. So if you've chosen to purchase a Sawgrass printer, you might have noticed there are some ink options and you need to choose an ink type to go in them. You might be confused about those options, which one is right for you and which one you should use. This video is for you. So the three ink options when it comes to Sawgrass printers are SubliJet, EasySubli, and Chromablast. The SubliJet and the EasySubli inks, so the first two I mentioned, are for sublimation. The last one is actually a very unique, so Chromablast is a very unique product and super specific. So let's talk about what each of these does so that you can make the right decision. And I will say first, before we get started, whatever ink you start with, you are going to want to keep in your Sawgrass printer. You don't want to switch ink types at all. So we're going to pick one to start with, and you are going to buy those refills for your Sawgrass printer. So the SubliJet ink is for sublimation, like I said, and it is their original ink. Works on all sublimation blanks, and technically it does work with the Siser EasySubli product. However, they also came out with an EasySubli ink. The EasySubli ink does everything the SubliJet does, but it works a little better with the EasySubli product. What is Siser EasySubli, if you do not know? So sublimation is for polyester fabrics, and the Siser EasySubli is a product made by Siser that allows you to, say, sublimate on a cotton shirt. And I do have another video all about Siser EasySubli, and I will link to that in the description below if you want to check that out. So for me, I wanted a sublimation printer, so I chose between the SubliJet and the EasySubli inks. I chose the EasySubli ink because I knew that I am going to be using the Siser EasySubli product quite a bit. And I wanted to pick the ink that would work best with that. Now, both of those inks work great with other sublimation blanks. However, I wanted to make sure that I got the ink that worked the absolute best with the Siser EasySubli product because I was going to be using it quite a bit. If you don't think you'll be using the EasySubli at all, or not very often, you can probably just go with the SubliJet ink because, again, it works on all sublimation surfaces, and technically it will work with the EasySubli product. It might just take longer to dry. So the EasySubli ink dries quicker on the EasySubli when you print onto the surface of the EasySubli product. The product itself is a sheet and it feeds through the Sawgrass printer. If you were to have the SubliJet ink, you might have to do a few tricks to get it to dry. You can still get it to work. However, it might take longer and be a little more frustrating for you. So if you want to eliminate that frustration, you could go with the EasySubli ink from the beginning. So those were our sublimation ink options. You can't really go wrong with choosing either one of those. I would say that if you are going to use EasySubli a lot, like I was, pick the EasySubli ink. If you're not going to use it or not use it very often, go with the SubliJet. Either one you go with, you really can't go wrong. The third ink type that is for a Sawgrass printer is called Chromablast. Chromablast is actually an ink and paper system. So there is a special ink and a special paper. And it's similar to a heat transfer product, but it has a better feel when it's on a shirt. Now, Chromablast is a very specific product because it is only for light color, 100% cotton garments. That is the only thing you can put it on. So you can't put it on other sublimation blanks, other surfaces. You can't use anything else but 100% cotton, and it must be a light color. So the Chromablast system is a very specific product for a very specific market, and most of you will probably just say, no, that's not for me. So if you want to do sublimation, you would choose the SubliJet or the EasySubli inks. And if you had a very specific application where you were only going to be doing shirts or 100% cotton fabrics that are light color, you might want to do a little research and look into the Chromablast product and see if it's for you. So hopefully this helps you decide which ink is right for your Sawgrass printer. And I will have tons of links in the description below if you're looking to purchase a Sawgrass printer or want to learn more about the printers themselves. If you're on computer, scroll down and click Show More. If you're on mobile, swipe up on the video or click the arrow to expand the description. Then find the link that you're interested in, watch that video, or purchase a Sawgrass printer and ink. So hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions about Sawgrass inks, feel free to drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you like this video, if it helped you, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.